Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm glad you're here. As you can see by my gear there, I've taken some significant amount of gear off. You know, the emblem and secondary weapon are pretty big for damage. I also removed my boost nodes, which are quite high for my gear amount and level. Um, I wanted to kind of emulate a weaker run because I'm a little bit too strong for this fight now to show off all the mechanics. Oh, and I'm also using no external buffs, so no buffs you get from the MVP usually. Guild buff versus Echo. No Monster Park pots. No Legion coupon. Nothing like this. Just oh, and also no guild buffs, which are huge. So basically, what I'm saying is I'm missing a lot of damage that I could have, and still only whatever 8k stat. Which is plenty to kill this fight if you are good at it. But just yeah, wanted to nerf myself a bit for this one. And someone who's one of my 3 active subs may have noticed this is actually a re-upload, but I want to redo this video without any cursing in the beginning. I think I got my viewership hit by that. And I want people to be able to see how to kill this guy. So I am going to be doing some pausing here. And kind of go through what he's doing. So we'll start, of course, at the beginning. You want to be in the blue zone as much as possible, of course. Most people know this. I will also quickly mention he did just get nerfed in the good way for the player. The fight got easier. When you're outside of the blue zone, you used to only heal for, I believe, 10% effectiveness, but now it's much more. I'm unsure about the damage, but I wouldn't ever try to burst him when you're outside of the blue zone anyway, so that doesn't really matter. And at least not for an attacking melee kind of character. And huge nerf to Magnus, but an indirect one. Buff freezers are no longer necessary. So if you got down to 1 death and used a buff freezer for every death, you would spend 70 mil killing Magnus. Isn't that disgusting? So now that's not possible anymore. You just get to keep your buffs. Imagine that. Thank you, base Nexon. So if you were unable to kill this guy in the past, maybe now you can with these changes. So I immediately bind him and I burst him a little bit. Ideally, you would kill him in 1 burst and then you wouldn't have to deal with this fight, but not everyone's there, so they have to watch this video. So here, you can see he puts his little sword up here, and his eyes are closed, I believe. So when it's glowing blue, sword's up in the air. He's going to do the spinny attack. Spinny attack will knock you away. This is probably... he also has the dash attack thing, which doesn't really matter if you get hit by it, but this attack, especially in the second half of the fight when there's many more meteors falling, is very bad to get hit by because he will knock you away, and then you'll probably get hit into a purple meteor and you'll die. Even if you get hit into a blue meteor, you'll die. The green ones are fine, usually. And so you want to try to avoid the spinny attack as best you can. And then if you don't die, you got lucky. That's great. It happens a good amount of the time, but you will get unlucky sometimes, and you will die to the meteors if he hits you with this, so just try to avoid it. Out of the way. Now he's casting this move. He'll make a little portal here, and then I'm going to say 3 seconds later, but I don't actually know the exact number. You just got to feel it out. He will one-shot anyone under the blue circle, kind of like a Vellum Tail, but it lasts longer. And for some reason, I think so. He does that, and it looks like it's gonna be one, but it's actually just his animation that you see. So, like, he does the thing. Let's go back a little bit. He does this thing, and you think that's gonna be a thing, but that's just the animation of him actually casting the ability, and then he will make things after he does that. So, these 3 come up first, and then so you'll see here those three came up, and then these two came up afterwards. So a lot of people probably die here, but you can stand under the new one until the old ones explode, and then you can move. It's that simple. And you know, I definitely died a lot to those in the beginning. It's just too much going on. You freak out, but just kind of really digesting and understanding what exactly is happening will really help you, you know, actually kill him. The meteors kind of have to be like a background process. You want to focus on the actual moves that he's doing. He really doesn't have that many, really. So it is actually manageable in some sense. So here he's doing the sword down thing. This one's pretty simple. Don't stand underneath him or you'll die. If you just see him doing this. When he's in the air, he'll do one of two attacks. The sword down thing, and then the purple one. If he's glowing purple, he's going to shoot a beam outward in both directions. In that case, you can stand directly under him. That's the safe spot. So they're kind of opposite attacks. You either can't stand under him, or you really want to stand under him. Those are the two options. Of course, the purple one, you can also just outrange it completely, but that involves being outside of the blue zone. Dodge the green ones again. He's doing the purple thing. I can't get under him, or I'm not comfortable getting under him, so I just run away. I'm going to back up a little bit here one more time. You see this green thing. Some people may not realize that this is what stuns you forever, basically. Not literally forever, probably about 10 seconds, but you will always die if you get hit by this, basically. And it can be hard to even notice this when you're, everything else is going on, but gotta keep your eye out for these things. If you see this, get out, because if you get hit by this, it'll probably explode about this wide. If you're anywhere in that, when it goes off, you will be stunned, and then you're basically dead. And they only appear in the corners, so I will mention right now that you want to be in the middle of the zone, and you want Magnus to be between the corner of the fight zone and yourself. So that way he always dashes towards the middle. The green smoke things only spawn on the corners. So if you can fight him in the middle, you do not have to deal with these. And then he may get in the corner sometimes. You may, need to be in the corner or else you'll die because he has the blue stuff and he's in there. But just try to be on the side of him that will make him dash towards the middle, and then you'll get out of that situation as fast as possible. So I dodge the purple stuff, and then I dodge the green stuff. You can see it explode on the left there. He's doing the sword thing again. I just wait on the corner. No meteors there. He's doing the dash. So you can kind of like flash jump away from it when you see him doing it, and then you get a feel for how far he goes with it. It's a pretty short dash, really. Doing the dash again. Basically like one flash jump distance is how far he goes. And here's green things. Dodge green things. And then I almost got hit by that stun. But luckily it didn't go off right when I dashed. I actually managed to avoid the green things and the purple stuff. You gotta... Oh, here's my first death. Got knocked into a meteor. Didn't dodge the spinny attack. I don't remember what I was saying. It wasn't that important. So here I actually make a mistake. I thought that the purple meteor was going to fall faster than it did, so the Howling Fist would invincibility frame it, but then I was like, oh god, I might not make it in time. So I tried to do a little fancy Serpent Vortex and ended up flash jumping into my death there. I think the idea was good, but just messed up the buttons a little bit. If I had flash jumped a little bit later, so I landed underneath him directly, I would have lived. Here I stand under him again. I actually get to. Dodge the spinny attack, dodge the purple meteor, dodge the green things. Purple attack again. Want to stay underneath them. No meteors. Pretty lucky, to be honest. Also, no stun thing. Also pretty lucky, to be honest. There's the stun thing again, so I'm getting out of there. But luckily he dashed towards me because I was standing towards the middle, so no real threat. Spinny attack. You can actually, if you dash right when he hits you, you won't get knocked away, but you will be stunned still. That's what just happened to me. I accidentally let him dash towards the middle. He was kind of already in the middle, so if he was going to dash, it was going to be towards the corner either way. Just gotta wait for him, and I do. Very wisely. There's the green things on the side again. You can see the stun things. It looks like they appear on both sides when they appear, so that's actually news to me. And yeah, you see I'm outside the blue zone for a very long time here, but it doesn't matter as much as it used to because of the nerf. So if you have auto potion, you won't be completely boned. Little burst here, and this is where the fight kind of really goes ultra instinct. You get a lot of meteors falling. And so at this point, I'll mention, because this fight has 14 deaths, and buff freezers no longer exist, so it's free to die, you can abuse the fact that you have 14 deaths by waiting the full timer every time you die. So you burst, bind, and then, you know, you wait. I'm sure this is obvious to a lot of people, but this is a way to cheese the fight. Here, I really thought I was actually out of that green thing, and just barely far enough to the right to not get hit by the purple stuff, but apparently I was still in the green thing. That's a shame. But yeah, if you want to abuse the fight, you can just burst and then repeatedly die, and or, you know, do your best to stay alive, and then whenever you die, just milk the entire timer. Cute little Buccaneer dash to get back into the middle there after the meteors fell. This guy's pretty good. Oh, and then I freak out because I see the stun things. Wisely. I did manage to avoid them, but then I died to something else. You'll see me just dying here. You know, it's a little bit much, and I honestly don't really care. I'm just kind of like waiting for my burst again. I always have the option to do the milking the death timer thing if I really need to, but I don't like to do that if I don't have to. So I don't think I do that. Maybe I wait like 5 or 10 seconds just to catch my breath one time, but other than that, I don't wait for anything. You can see I'm in the corner here. It's a little bit spooky, but I do have my eyes out for the stun things, so if they appear... Like, the real problem is when they appear and you don't notice them, because then you just get stunned and die. But there I see the one on the right there, so I don't go into it. Managed to live there somehow. Think I die here. Oh no, the potion went off. Ooh. Oh yeah, so I dodged the green thing, but then I died to his sword attack. I didn't realize he was doing that. Or forgot or something. Unfortunately, there is no magic video you can just watch and be able to beat this guy. I mean, knowing what he does helps, but you really need to just have some hands. Not much else to say. And then I invincibility frame all the meteors with my 5th job skill, and he's dead. So, 4 deaths left. I mean, 5 deaths technically, but I could have died 4 more times and killed him. And when I killed him with my normal gear on, first attempt, I only died twice. And I'm not that much stronger with it on, so that fight is officially already trivialized for this character. But just recently, I could not even imagine him ever killing that boss. It's just persistence that got me there. So, and of course, if you're watching this and you're at Black Mage, you're gonna think, "Ha, fucking noobs," you know. Oh, there's my curse words, but it's at the end of the video, so that's fine. Um, yeah, if you're at the black mage, you're gonna think this is all, you know, child's play. But I'm sure they can remember a time when they didn't have the damage for Hmag and really hated their life. So hopefully this helped you somehow. I apologize for a bit rambling today. And good luck out there. Happy mapling.